How are you? I don't know. I think that the heads up got sent out. I'm pretty sure it did. It should have came out today. I think Adam received it. My moderator, Adam, should be joining. But I'm going to give it a few minutes. It is a Tuesday night, so we'll see who hops on. Go from there, see what's happening, and let YouTube do its thing and play catch up on all the stuff. So we'll see. So we're going to hang tight. Hello, Sydney. How are you? How you doing? I'm going to be honest. I'm sitting here eating like my version of Skittles. Hi, Carrie. How you doing? Nicole, how are you? Karen, how you doing this evening? Let me get you guys to hang tight with me for a second here. I never know how to do this. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. Yes. Yes. All right, let me try this one more time. Hang tight with me for a second. All right. Still didn't do it. Ugh. Technology, it's Mercury retrograde. Go figure. Hang tight. There we go. Okay. Nicole, Carrie, Karen, Taylor, Rose, how you doing? So glad you all could be here this evening. Adam, I was just going to say, let me know when you're in the room. There you be. Fantastic. Thank you, Adam, for showing up tonight. I was hoping to do this last night, but that wasn't going to be a thing. How's everybody doing? Hi, Deb. How you doing? Lynn. Hi, Lynn. How you doing, darling? Betty, thank you for the heart. Healing Wildflower, hello. Copy. Ginger. How are you? Hanging in there. Good stuff. Eva, hello. Guys, I'm eating my Skittles tonight, so we had a late dinner. Hi, Mick. How you doing? The kiddo is requiring sweets tonight, so we're going to oblige his nonsense at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hi, Scorpio. Tanya, how are you? Ginger, exactly. Skittles he wants, Skittles we shall have. Not against it. Deb, it's okay. I figured it was a typo. Hi, Joseph. How are you? All right, guys. So we're not going to hang in there too long. I want to know as we get started, though. I was thinking about this before we got started because I was thinking about the full moon in Scorpio. Now, I know there's one person in here at least that is not a Scorpio. But who all in this room, minus that one person that I know of, is not a Scorpio? Because, and I say this because of a message that went out today for Scorpios Weekly versus the message of what this full moon in Virgo is about. So I'm very curious to know, is there anybody not a Scorpio? I know a lot of you are. Okay, who is a Scorpio? All hands in the air. Carrie, you're not. What are you? What sign are you? Virgo. Okay. Well, this is your full moon, darling, isn't it? Okay. Eva? Hey, Eve, how you doing tonight, darling? Nins, hello. Virgo in my chart. Okay. Ginger, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio. Scorpio. Oh, you're welcome, Ellie. Thank you. A lot of Virgo placements. Sag keeps popping up too. Nins, you're a Sag? Good deal. Strong Virgo. Oh my god. Virgo. Maybe somebody's going on vacation. Virgo placement. Nothing is a slip. Scorpio. So, I don't know if, those of you that are here that are Scorpio, if you had an opportunity to see today's reading that went out for Scorpio for the week, and I do apologize for not getting that out yesterday. Hi, Rodriguez. Hello, hello. But I always believe in divine timing, and I think somebody put in the comments today that it came out right on time for them. So I trust that. I trust the hold-ups here, even if we don't think they make sense at the time. So, you know, this full moon in Virgo, and we're going to pull some cards and whatnot. And probably oh my God. Yeah, sock. Hello, Mercury retrograde. Jesus, right minutely. Pardon my munching over here. But this full moon is not just a regular full moon. It is the blood full moon, right? Hello, Sally. How are you, darling? It is also the eclipse, right? The lunar eclipse, which I think I kept saying solar for some ungodly reason the other day. Who knows? There was that. Mercury's in retrograde. There's a lot. There's a lot. You know what, Saw Boss? You never hear anything about Aquarius. You came up in Scorpio's reading today. The fixed signs came up, and with Aquarius being in Pluto, or Pluto being in Aquarius, however you want to word that. Hi, Marnie. How you doing, darling? That's something to pay attention to right now. Fixed signs and air signs. So, fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Pay attention until September specifically. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Pay attention till September. Now, you're going to want to pay attention far beyond that point, but the adjustments. And, you know, Aquarius, I think Aquarius and Scorpio, depending, there's going to be a lot of learning processes in the mental realm of things. Dreminance, how are you? Welcome. Good evening. Thank you, Adam, for mentioning that. Yes, guys, join us on Discord. So we were able to, I don't know, it's been since then. We were able to figure out that if you haven't watched the update thing that I put out on YouTube, that if you are not getting notifications, if you sign up for Discord, even if you don't want to participate in the community chat or whatever we're doing over there, which, you know, we just kind of get together, not like any time frame or something, but it's just a nice place to connect with everybody. If you do have questions, you know, I'm sure everybody will chime in and, you know, support you in whatever it is, you know, or give you advice or guidance or, you know, what their do's and don'ts or whatever it might be. But point is, excuse me, that Discord will notify you of every public video that goes out on this channel. Okay, whereas YouTube is not doing that for some of you. You're not getting the notifications. Some of you have been unsubscribed and had to resubscribe. Some of you have unsubscribed to resubscribe because you weren't getting notifications. And it's become apparent to me that there's only so many notifications in a week, I think it is, or a week or a day, I forget which it is, that YouTube will send out. So, just a heads up on all of those things, but if you are a part of the if you are a part of the Discord community with us at Path of Enlightenment Tarot over there, you will get notifications for everything minus the channel side, because they are considered private readings for those that have restricted access, okay? So just a heads up on that. It did, Adam. You made magic happen. Thank you. All right. Margit, hello, honey. I hope you and your daughter are doing better. You know, Nikki, a bit emotional, yes. But let me tell you, did that reading for Scorpio today. And I was like, whoa, we've got a retrograde. We've got an eclipse. We've got a full moon. And Scorpio is looking better than ever. What the hell's going on? Destiny and fate, spirituality. Hi, Tess. How are you? Things are coming into alignment. This retrograde is truly about purifying what no longer serves us. But this goes deeper than the surface. This goes deeper than, you know what, my mom's been kind of shitty with me. I don't ever want to talk to her again. This isn't just the boss at work who gets on your last nerve and is passive aggressive. This is going deep within and going, you know, I have played with this side of life for so long. It is not for me. I don't want to participate. When I say I'm letting go, this is also recognizing, like, let's say you've got that boss who's a passive aggressive dick, you know, but you know that every day you're going to go into work with that person and you're going to have to find a way to smile regardless of how they behave, right? And so you kind of look at them and go, I can't change you, right? But I can change the way I respond. I can change the way I am a part of this situation. You're always going to be that person. You've got your position. For whatever reason they like you. For whatever reason, I do really good here. I like my job. I'm happy. I'm not going to change that about me either. You're not worth me losing my paycheck over. But I'm going to handle this differently moving forward. So this isn't just boundaries. This isn't just I'm over it, I'm done. This is a whole new way of being. And Adam, a shamrock shake from McDonald's. Do you want my holistic side to come out and go all the things that are wrong with that shake? Probably not. I'll lecture you via text later. Darlene, hello, how are you? Oh, Margit. Don't be scared, honey. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's, I just want to go like, was that, it was in a song and they go wipe out, right? That's all this was for you. So you can start fresh. It's just a wipe out and that's okay. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. All right. Now, how do I say now is not the time to be afraid, but don't be afraid. You're fine. You guys will be, you and your daughter are going to be fine. It's just a whole new way of being, and you didn't expect and or anticipate for a cleansing or a healing to happen this way, and here it is. It's just a once a year thing. Okay, I'll let it be. I won't lecture you later about what is wrong with McDonald's. So the point of this though is to purify your world, to purify your energy, to purify the life in which you are living and creating moving forward. Because guys, we have closed out, even this is the first quarter of the year, and I mentioned that in that video. It's a magnificent starting point for us. So to have this, I think I called it enthusiasm for Scorpio today. It's like you're excited to make peace with things. And it's all like, I remember mentioning too, astrology and astronomy. That whole vibe is supporting what you're doing. And as I mentioned, Scorpio guys too, if you're not a Scorpio or you don't have Scorpio placements, don't worry about it because the energy is still the same. That's why I brought up Scorpio specifically because I did that reading today. A lot of these energies are speaking to the same, that it's this purification process right now that we're undergoing. And it's about our environments. It's about where we choose to be, who we choose to be around, why we do the things that we do, and what we want for ourselves, right? So, Will Marie, oh my goodness, I don't think, have you been to a live before? I cannot remember. Oh my God, I'm so excited you're here. How are you, darling? Adam. I got excited. I'm so glad you got the notification, Darlene. Yay. Yay. I love that. Well, Marie, I hope everybody is doing well. It's just lovely to have you here. Always. This is my first. I thought so. I was like, well, Marie, I don't think we've had you for one before. And all this time. Fantastic. I'm so glad you made it. So glad. So this is a reset point. This is cosmic. This is a whole new to do. And again, I've said to you all before, do not follow me verbatim on the actual, if I don't know, I'll tell you though, right? Astrology in the sense of, I keep bringing up Jupiter. I'm going to bring Jupiter up again. Did Jupiter move into Aries? Technically, no. In Nicole's world, spiritual being, did it take a turn through Aries? It sure did. So did Saturn, really. And so did Neptune, really. Right at the end of January, and then on Valentine's Day is when Saturn went into Aries. Point being, it is expansion. Point being, this is a brand new starting point. Point being, we have reset the clock. And as we end Pisces season, which my brain just went blank, so let me cheat here a little bit on that. The date would be March 20th. So we are 17 days out, which that 17 holds great significance. As I say that there's 17 thumbs up as I sit here. 17 days out from a full brand new start in Aries. New zodiacal year, pardon that in the background because, you know, we've got devices all through this house apparently. This is a complete new reset. I say 2010. Why? Hold on. I'm going to make a note. We'll come back to that. I must have said 2010. 2026 equals a 10 is where I was meaning to go with that. Hi, Tawny. How are you, darling? This is the simultaneous end and beginning without the typical friction. When I talk that peacemaker energy, we don't have even the fixed signs. Dawn, welcome to the Spiritual Motivation Series. I'm so glad you decided to join us tonight and on there. Welcome aboard. It's lovely to have you. I hope you find those messages to be helpful to you, my dear. Welcome. This is, guys, this is just everything you need it to be. There's no need. I was saying the fixed signs, right? So again, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. It all of a sudden just seems easier to just go, this is what I'm going to do. Like I can recall a couple of times that I decided to quit smoking. Cold turkey. Like I would fight it for months on end. And then all of a sudden I was just like, I'm done. And I just quit. Cold turkey, just quit. No, I was over it. It's like, I don't know if it's I do think it's in part the astrology, but you get some type of momentum within you via yourself, your confidence, the astrology supporting the changes, your God, whatever you put your faith into. You don't fear what's going to happen next. You just go with it. And it works. It just works. And you don't have to question why or how or, typically I would not do this thing or I wouldn't say something like that or I wouldn't go to these types of places. It's like almost like you're watching yourself morph into a person that you didn't know you could be because you fought that for so long. And now it's like, I don't want to, I said, there it comes again. I said it today in Scorpio's read. I don't want to fight no more. Tina Turner, I don't want to fight no more. And in that song, she says, it's time for letting go. Even of your own stubborn ways. It is time for letting go. All right. I'm a Scorpio. Fantastic. Jess is here. Hey, Jess, how are you? There's that 333. So I've talked about for months to you guys, I think. Shatoya, how are you, honey? Has it been a month for her already, Adam? Good for her. Ah, darn. Tina Turner. I do love her. I want to look this up real quick. I had to go somewhere today, and I turned it on in the car because I was like sitting there and driving, doing my thing, and I was like, wait, I want to hear this. Let's see what the lyrics are. I can't remember off the top of my head again. There's a pale moon in the sky, the kind you make your wishes on. Like the light in your eyes, the one I built my dreams upon. It's not there any longer. Something happened somewhere and we both know why. But me, I'm getting stronger. We must stop pretending I can't live this life. I don't care who's wrong or right. I don't really want to fight no more. And then sidestepping that, too much talking, babe, it says, let's sleep on it tonight. I don't really want to fight no more. This is time for letting go. I hear a whisper in the air. It simply doesn't bother me. Oh, can't you see that I don't care? Or are you looking right through me? It seems to me that lately you look at me wrong way and I start to cry. Could it be that maybe this crazy situation is the reason why? Again, repeating, I don't care who's wrong or right. I don't really want to fight no more. Let's sleep on it tonight. So on and so forth. Then in the oh, I can't remember what they call that. Hanging on to the past, it only stands in our way. We had to grow for our love to last, but we grew apart. Don't want to hurt no more. And now, I know in this song specifically, she's reaching for romance and things like that. But guys, it doesn't have to be that. And as I was reading that, it only stands in our way, was going back to that stubbornness, right, of fixed signs. Again, I'll beat you all four of you today instead of just Scorpio, but Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. The stubbornness that is the fixed signs. And if you look at air signs, again, I'm going to beat them to pieces too. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Aquarius being the fixed. Stubborn asses. Got them all in my life. I love them all, but holy Toledo. Right? You don't have to be a fixed sign to be caught in a pattern or a wavelength of something that's needing you to do it differently. And this energy that we're in right now is going, I support this. I support this for you, collective. I support you to make these changes. Now, I got the chills. 10 being the cycle, right? This year of 2026 is a 10. 2010, closing out a cycle in the last 10 years, from 2010 also, that's 16 years back. And so 10 years back would take us to, so there's something about the 16s. And you think about, as I'm trying to do the numerology in my head real quick, there's something around the 16. What is the 16 in the tarot deck, guys? Aries, Scorpio, Tower. It's not coincidental. As I say this, as I spit it out and start to calculate it, it is not coincidental. Never is. It never ever is, okay? I'm going to check up on these. Hi, Crystal. How are you? All right. Hello, Dawn. Thank you, Jules. Everybody lately has told me, like when I talk to them on the phone, you look so beautiful. Right now I look like a ragamuffin, let's be real. But the first trimester crazies are over, thank God. And I'm going to ride the wave of all you telling me that I'm beautiful every single day until I don't feel it anymore, okay? So thank you all for your sweet, kind words. I truly do appreciate you. Shantae, this is, Scorpio and Aquarius is a very odd dynamic. It really, truly is, because both are very free thinkers, right? I mean, Aquarius is a huge free thinker, all about, we'll say aliens and space and what comes next and where do we go from here and how can we innovate and change and upgrade. And Scorpio is just open to all the potentials of like the good, the bad, the ugly, all the things. So it's a unique blend, but yet still both sides see it differently while it's so unique, right? Mom is Aquarius too, see? Oh, thank you, Jules. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you very much. So, it's a very unique way. Scorpio brother is Aries. Lynn, my dad is an Aries. I'm sure he's not here. Trust me. And when you're in a family dynamic with Aries and you don't choose them, then it's like they've been chosen for you. But yet we choose the lessons associated with them coming into this life. That's very different. It's very, very different. So, yeah, that's a whole thing. All right, let's get some cards. Let's see what else Spirit's got for us. Tanya, I'm going to tell you something. I had a client earlier today, or yesterday, whenever she sent me her email. And she sent a depiction of the tower on her phone that she keeps. And it was the coolest looking tower. And I was like, I like that one. We so often associate the tower with like worst case scenarios, but I don't see it that way this time around for us. Anybody, for that matter. It's not just a Scorpio thing, it's an everybody thing right now. because we have to have distraction. You think about our world at a large right now, there's nothing right. I hate to say there's nothing right about it. I'm not trying to create like this sense of like the whole world is wrong. But there's a lot of things that need to be addressed, put it that way, right? For different reasons. Nothing would change unless something happened to make a change. We have to go through in our personal lives, with ourselves, with our families, with the world around us, these rides. And I mean, you think about it in your own life, the things that have gone up and down, your world and your world is just spinning and revolving with you in it, right? And then outside of you is this world at large. Taxes, states, counties, people, government, whatever, right? Things popping up on the news, whatever it might be. New movies, I mean, good things too, right? Whatever. But our world continues to spin within our world. But outside of us, the world continues to spin at its own pace too. And in that, there's situations there that we don't know enough about or things that we're not familiar with. And we have to let it play out. I hope that's making sense, guys. This is a time for observing. People have been so up in arms in general for so long for different reasons. It's just a time to sit back and watch. I cannot shake that whole song out of my head. Tina Turner. It's time for letting go. I keep hearing it's time for letting go. Like we're not going to get me singing in here, but it's time for letting go. Whatever that friction point, and I'm going to tell you, for a lot of you, it's with yourselves. It might have to do with somebody else from the past, but it's about you. And it's let's just say, right, we'll call it like this. You got hurt by something or somebody, and you've held on to a particular narrative that says, I will not give myself up like this again. I will not love like that again. I will be cold and single and just go out on the weekends, or whatever the player kind of thing, just as an example. And it was never who you were to begin with, but you became that as a mode of self-protection. If you've dealt with narcissistic people, you had to learn how to protect yourself. If you dealt with abusive family, you had to learn how to protect yourself. You went out into the world and some boss chewed you up and spit you out, you had to learn how to protect yourself. But in that, it's like you made a vow to yourself that you would never do that again, or you would never go there again. It's like somebody getting married first time, getting a divorce and going, I will never, ever, ever get married again. To hell with that shit. How many people have been there? Hell, some of you might be there now, for all I know, right? This is a time, Spirit, oh my God, time for letting go. You're going to make me crazy. Oh my God, I'll be singing it in my sleep. But it's also about a time of reflecting, right? I think it was the last Mercury retrograde, or hell, it was maybe the one over the summer last year. And I said, I was so sick of the re's. Re this, re that. I was over it with that energy that was going on at the time. But this is a beautiful starting point. Call it a re if you want to. But it really does bring your life into the picture of your own eyesight, third eyesight too. What do I want to create for myself? What is it that I do need? Because I need something here, and yes, Ginger, regeneration. I got the chills. Oh, love it. All of those kind of re's, I'm all about it right now. This energy supports it. Do it, right? For real. All right, I'm going to read some of these. I'm going to get the cards out finally. Spirit talks through me, and it's just gift of gab with Spirit. Dad's daughter and brother are Aries. Oh, goodness. Shatoya. My dad's an April Aries too. Ugh. See, darling, that's what I'm saying. You see what I mean. My husband's Aquarius, I'm a Scorpio. See, Chicken Little, see, it's just the mind is a lot alike, right, guys? But the way it's viewed is still very different, right? It's interesting. The world is healing. The old ways are crumbling. They sure are. Hello, Jean. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Hannah. Jules, he was an Aries. You know, there's so many things that we could make jokes about for that. Lynn, thank you for that Sunday sticker. I appreciate that. Hannah, spot on, my dear. Drops of Jupiter. First off, I love that song. So, welcome, welcome. And so glad you're here. My dad is the lightning. Gotcha. I love it. My whole fam is a Scorpio except my mom, the lone Aquarius. That's got to be interesting. Margit, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. Thank you very much. All right, guys, let's get a card. Let's get a card here. All right, let's see what's going on. Spirit, for this full moon. September is coming up as a time marker, guys. You know, and I've talked about it in these reads for all of you, I think. March, that 3-3 came up for not just Scorpio, but another sign. I forget who that was. April, May is like a tipping point as well. Just Jess, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you as well for that floating heart. You guys are amazing. Oh, three times over. I feel super loved. Thank you. June, pivotal point. July, the nodes of fate change to Aquarius and Leo. And then September takes us into eclipse season again. This will be the turnaround with this one, right? So those markers, guys, are huge. And when I did the 2026 reads for some of you, and I think some of you might be here that I did those for, there's only like, I think a handful, 8 of you or so that I did those with. Those time frames, even in that astrological respect and intuitive side that I did with that additional to the reading was very imperative in the months as well. So I don't know why I'm going there, guys, but just know there's a lot of actioning that takes place after this. There's that fire again, damn it. Aura, I talked about that. I said to you a little bit ago, observe. What does that say? Observation, to be at an observation point, because you're going to see things before they're happening. You already know. You're going to know if it's good for you or if it's bad for you by sitting back and observing things, okay? This is, talk about reflecting. Like, okay, this, you know, make a checklist, we'll say. Make a checklist of the people in your life right now and go, here's my husband, my wife, my spouse, my boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. This is their role in my life. And this is not the role that you just put on them, but who they show up as. This is how I feel about that. And there's my kids, and there's my mom, and there's my dad, and there's, you know, it's just like all the people in my life, my work, my coworkers, my friend, my this, my that, whatever it is. Oh, Ginger, thank you too, honey. I just seen that. I appreciate you. But it's like you can look at each individual and go, boy, you really add to my life, and I love the conversation. I love you. I love the life we're building. I love the quality time that we have. You know what adds and doesn't take away. And then you look at these other situations, and I'm going to tell you again from the past, and they're probably still kind of floating around your world. Whatever the tie is, I don't know, but they're still floating. Let me make this real clear, in Spirit's addressing this. If this is an ex-lover, you know, they live in your town or whatever the hell it is, they're floating around because there's the energetic pull of you moving on. Oh, Ginger, what a surprise. Did we talk about that at some point, perhaps? that it wouldn't be long if that was the case. We'll have to touch base. Queenie, welcome, honey. How are you? So I thought so. I thought so. So if you are brushing past people, healing wildflower, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. And I don't know, maybe it's by thought, maybe it's by person, help. It's Mercury retrograde. They might be in your inbox. They might be in your DMs. They might be messaging you on Facebook going, how you been? It's been a long time. How are you? No. Just no. They are fully aware. And I could say, you're walking away, right? Oh, walking away. It's not just that you're walking away. You are going your own way. You are picking a direction and a course of action for your life that genuinely feels good to the soul. This moon, again, purification. You think about it from the aspect of when somebody feels like they're losing a battle or their back is against the wall, they will come out fighting. When someone feels like they're losing their grips on you, even if they've had nothing to do with you for the last 15 years of your life, they will come out fighting to make a scene. And guess what? When you finally let them back in, they're going to do the same shit all over again. Nothing's changed. They haven't changed. Remember that. Those people in your life that you are looking at this point, and you are observing and have the foresight of, boy, look, abundance, boy, this feels good. You know, there's nothing but good things to come from that. I mean, literally, nothing but good things to come from that. You know where you're headed, you know where you're going, you know what your soul wants, you know what feels right. And you are supported in this energy that says, don't turn from that. This seems easier than it's ever been before. And for a lot of you, Spirit just said, you're disbelievers. You don't believe. You don't believe because you've seen it fall apart before. When you thought you had it and it just crumbled, it fell. It's very Scorpio, right? And I'm sure you Scorpios in here can attest to it. And even other people that have dealt with traumas or whatever, it's always waiting on the other shoe to drop. It can't just be that easy. It can't just be that good. It can't just be that person. It can't just be that job. But it is. But it comes easier this time because it's time. The timing before wasn't right. The space, the environment, the people were not right. When you put the work in, when you don't give up, when you believe, when you work on yourself, Spirit has no option but to come back to you and go, I got you. They're supportive of your abundance. But it was also about what you were able to see then versus what you now see at this point looking back at it, right? And so there's a huge difference in that. It's huge just to see that. All right, let me read some of these. I'm going to grab some other cards. Ooh. Queenie, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, darling. Thank you. Busy. It's been a wild week. It's only Tuesday, but it's been good. Thank you. I'm well. Jules, right? 100%. It's just a hard no. Yeah, and you know what? For Jules and Jess, like, it's none of their damn business. It's none of their business. You know, I'm going to be straightforward. I had a situation here a couple months ago, and someone I have to deal with that I would prefer not to, but we do what we got to do, kind of grilled me and asked me, you know, like, you need to tell me this. My very simple response was, it's none of your goddamn business. And it isn't. You owe nobody. You owe nobody an explanation. Unless you're paying your taxes to them, or they're signing your death certificate, it's none of their damn business, right? If you don't want them to know, they don't need to know. If you're dealing with avoidance, it's probably hitting pretty hard right now, Nikki. Dawn, you think about all the effort you put into helping other people, which there's nothing wrong with helping other people. But when it comes to it comes down to a detriment for you, right? Or as a detriment to you, and they're succeeding and you're falling further behind. I hate to go like jealousy is like it makes sense, or there's a resentment, but there's also a guilt that gets tied to that. Is like you want to see people do good, but it's like, damn, like when do I get my turn? Well, your turn comes when you stop giving your energy, your resources, everything that you've fought for or worked for in your life to everybody else. Don't think that they won't get theirs, in a positive way. I'm not saying in a mean way. In time, what's meant for them will not pass them by. What's meant for you won't. But if Spirit sees you giving your shit away to everybody else, they're like, why would I give it to you when you're just going to give it away? You're not going to benefit from it. You're giving it to everybody else. Thank you, Scorpio Tanya. Thank you. I appreciate you. Do you see what I mean? Don't give your abundance away when you're manifesting it either. Like, like, let's be real. Like, your family, the people you're supportive of, that's different. But when you're just giving away shit to give it away and putting yourself last all the time, like, that doesn't fly. That doesn't work, okay? So there's that. Oh gosh, what did I just do? Hitting buttons. Thank you, Queenie. Don't agree. Oh, you said a Sunday, Queenie. Thank you. And Scorpio Tanya, you said a flower. Thank you. Karen, Tracy, much love to you, darling. Thank you. They do. That's what I said about that meme. I said I sent it to my other half of Heath Ledger when he played the Joker. I was like, everybody's losing their minds. And then I seen like something, just it was just perfectly fitting for the time frame. And I seen it's like everybody's losing their minds again. It's real. They do. They just get stupid, right? Dawn, you got to support those who support you. Like, if it's like we can all be the cheerleaders for each other, but do we all show up to the same game? You know what I mean? Like, I hope that's making sense. Oh, Scorpio Phoenix, welcome, darling. From New Zealand. I have some wonderful people I talk to in New Zealand. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 72. God bless you, my dear. Seriously. Amazing. It's a long life. It really is. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us this evening. Jules, those people that fail to take accountability. Gotta love them. All right, Spirit, what else you got? These Akashic cards tonight, Spirit. What else you got for them tonight? Courageous heart. I remember saying in one of the videos or something about, oh God, that might have been Scorpio's reading today. I think there was a card that said, or no, it was in the Animal Spirit deck. It was it the rabbit or the dragonfly? Something about over-explaining, I think it was. This courageous heart. And when I just keep hearing Tina Turner, oh my God. I don't want to fight anymore. There's been too much talking. It's almost like you have tried to explain away, either to yourself or to this person. I would dare to bet my last dollar it's both. Why you hung in the fight on something. Whether it was to love and be a part of something and made the excuse, like, it's almost like saying, well, that's my mom. I love her, that's my mom. She pisses me off, but that's my mom. It's like a two-sided situation. The courageous you that's growing says, I need to do something different, right? I want to love again. I want to feel again. I want to be free of burden. You are, and it says, you are brave enough to feel deeply, even when it hurts. Your heart's courage inspires others. Stay true to your emotional integrity. Under the deck says opening. You are opening to new levels of wholeness. A doorway is appearing within you. Step through with a heart willing to receive. You have to have an open heart space where all of you, if you are here tonight, all 57 of you that are showing on my screen right now, you have to have an open heart to step into where you're going. And you do. If you didn't have even the tiniest inkling of it, you wouldn't be here right now. There is a hope, there's a sense of direction, there's an understanding at minimum. I got the chills so bad right now. That you are fully aware that in order for this to be different, you have to open up to a new way. It doesn't mean that you don't appreciate the lessons from the past. It doesn't mean that you don't respect those things. It doesn't mean that you hate. It just says that's not my life anymore. That's not even me anymore. And that's okay. And what I'm walking towards has arms wide open to receive me. I have to be in receptive mode as well. Do you understand? I hope you do. You have to be a receiver. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you. I keep saying Tanya. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible with name pronunciation. Unless I'm really thinking about it, I fuck it up every time. Yes, Jules, so retrograde is going on until the 20th. What did I say about the 20th? Is that when? Shit, hold on. March 20th, Pisces season ends. So does retrograde. The same day. You just totally jolted my mind. You know, Nikki, I think it's fair to say that a lot of us have been there. And I think that from what I've seen over the years, that makes you feel worse about yourself than it ever. It's like instant gratification. It's 5 minutes of fun, whatever, right? Like, you feel worse about yourself after the time, because you've not just allowed yourself to violate your emotional boundary. Now it's your physical boundary, your body, the temple, all those things. You've allowed yourself and someone else to take away the most sacred parts of yourself in soul connection, that they're not willing to care with the greatest of respect. So it can, your energy, darling, just needs to change. Don't expect the person or the environment to change. This is where you change, okay? What's this say? Dawn. We all have this ability, Dawn, and I'm going to tell you, I've spent 35 years of my life cultivating this, but you don't need 35 years to do it. We're all born with it. Just, do we love it and nurture it as much as we do other things in our lives? Okay? Yeah, Jess, it's more than just a boundary these days. It truly, truly is. Ginger, could everybody write down a statement? Be willing to disagree without hating, right? Like, we can have adult discussions. Like tattoo that on people's ass cheeks or something. I don't know. Like, we don't have to fight. We don't have to argue. We don't have to hate. We just have to respect each other. That's it. And be okay with not agreeing to things. Like, there are going to be things that we don't agree on. But it doesn't mean we have to be hateful. I don't care if it's politics. I don't care if it's religion. I don't care if it's over a line in the yard between you and the neighbor and where you want to put up your fence. It does not fucking matter. Plain and simple. It doesn't matter. Margit, it is hard for a Scorpio to let go. We're not necessarily grudge holders, but we don't forget. That's the quip, right? We're very elephant-like, right? In memory, like, we will not forget, and that's what we hold on to, is the memory which triggers the pain, which is a reminder to us why we don't do things, because it gets us hurt, or that's the way we see it anyhow, right? Tracy, thank you. Queenie, well said. Did you see that video? I said setting the world on fire. Kenny Chesney and Pink came up, and then Nate Smith, World on Fire. That's a newer one. Not super new, but still. Claiming to be from... Oh, you know what, Adam? They've been calling... Yeah, guys, I will tell you, there's been a lot of scam stuff coming up in this Mercury retrograde. Yeah, actually, Adam, good point. Where just be very cautious, be very careful of who and what you're giving information to, or, you know, especially with phone calls. Be very careful with that, right? Electronic communication, careful. Emails, careful. I've received some emails that I'm like, this is bullshit. Had some things happen some time ago too, I had to take care of. And then, what was the other thing? Excuse me. I'm so sorry. That came out of nowhere. But yeah, just do hair or something. Do pay attention to that, okay? Good evening, Damien. Dremmond, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All these Sundays, we'll just give all those sweets to the baby. Hey, listen, Julie, and all of you guys, I want to put something into psychological perspective for you, right? I'm not a psychologist. I can't diagnose, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? My German other half, God love him. Brenda, hello, darling. But when it comes to relationships, right? Let's just go there. They say that now, do I think that this is the case for super long marriages? Not necessarily. I think there's just parts that will always be with you because you've shared, you know, a small lifetime together. But when you break up with somebody or something, they say that it's kind of like a pill. Half the life of the relationship to do the healing. Thank you, Tess, so much for that. That was really pretty. So let's say you were in a relationship for 5 years. Expect 2 years of healing, right? And here's something else I'm going to bring up for you all. Something I think I've recently learned, to be honest with you, about myself and even other people. You will go through a healing process despite the length of the relationship or whatever. I mean, hell, it could even be your job, right? It becomes its own relationship. Some of you situationships, God love you. But it's not that you don't move on when you heal, because I truly believe that you do. If you didn't, you would just forever be very still, right? You would always be still. You would never make any kind of progress. And I don't think that other people need to be our reason either, or should be our reason for moving forward. But there are times in this life, guys, and let's just be completely real here, all jokes aside, that it does take something or someone to come into your life that helps you move forward. And it doesn't mean that you're, you know, it's for hearing somebody say one time, like, you know, you want to get over somebody, get under somebody, ha ha ha, right? That kind of thing. It's not even that. You know, I could tell you in some of the things that I dealt with over the years, and I think this is something I shared with you all in the past at one point. I had hit a very, very low part of my life, or point in my life. And I remember being, I mean, to a level of hopeless I had never been before, ever. That I just wanted out in the worst way. And I don't believe in certain things because it's just my belief. And I just said, you know, to God at the time, like, do something because I can't take anymore. And I got out of the shower after having my meltdown and picked up my phone some little thing went off, and I looked at it, and when I hit it, this whole collage of my daughter with song popped up. You know how our phones make these little doodle things or whatever you want to call them? And that became my reason for not giving up. And it's not, I mean, your children are one thing, right? But then there are people, maybe a friend, maybe a new lover, maybe a new who knows, right? And I don't say a lover, a partner, that come in. And again, it's not that you didn't heal, it's not that you don't understand, it's not that you haven't moved on, but it just gives you another purpose to go. There's something to genuinely look forward to. It makes those changes easier for you to do. And I've sat here tonight for, 50 minutes or whatever it's been now, telling you there's a support for you. I don't care if you're quitting smoking, you're changing your diet, you're scratching your ex's eyeballs out, whatever you're doing, right? I don't advise that, but there you go. That supports you being able to move past this a hell of a lot easier than you have ever done before. So do it. Do what it is that you need to do for yourself, because again, this courageous heart is like, this is where I'm going. I've held open the hope and possibility of life would change, even if I didn't make it seem that loud. Like, you can talk your manifestations, and of course, words are spells, right? Anything you put out there. But at the same time, what your heart really aches for, don't think that spirit, God, whatever you believe in, don't think that they don't know. It's those prayers that never get spoken. We talk about 3-3, that's today. I've said to you all many times over, and I said it today in Scorpio's video, that 3-3-3 for me, for whatever reason, and whether it is by textbook or not, I have no idea, to be honest with you. But 3-3-3 has always been answered prayers for me. We sit here, and today we had a baby appointment. I'm just going to throw this out there again, using myself as the example, like I do. Everything, knock on wood, fantastic to point. Answered prayers, all is well. Life is good, all is well. Your prayers that you've never spoken out loud have been heard. Know that. Just know that, okay? I see a lot of talking, and I know there's something here that I've missed. So I'm going to go down here and check this out, and we're going to get an animal spirit card. The 30 years, seeing that. Ginger, that's fantastic. Do send. I'd love to see those. Lynn, no, I don't think you do. I really don't. Adam, yes, that's correct. But if you're a Scorpio, right, like, we know how to accelerate all that craziness. Nikki. Oh, dear, my Atlanta girl. Jess, go when you get some time, if you would like. You don't have to do anything. Go ahead to my email, shoot me a message, get in touch with me, because I will never try to contact you first. But reach out to me, would you please, if you want to and you don't mind. But I would like to talk to you. Okay, so reach out to me. All right, and we'll go from there. I'm so very, very sorry for your loss. My heart pours out for you, really does. So much love to you. Goodness, that's heavy. That's hard. Yes, do reach out, dear. Okay, all right, let's get you all an animal spirit card here. How many of you watched the weekly Scorpio read that went out today? I have to know. Hi, Ruth. How you doing? Welcome aboard here. Oh, I'm so sorry. God, I'm so sorry. Poor girl. Unavailable or unavoidable, Leah? Does anybody, I know I mentioned it earlier on here, does anybody remember the two animal spirit cards that came out in that reading? Oh, Jesus, Jazz. I'm so sorry. Goodness. Yes, reach out to me, darling. Dragonfly, yes, Ruth, that was one of them. That's right. Does anybody remember what the other one was that came out? Yeah, here we go. Path of Enlightenment trivia night, right? It's usually song trivia. Tonight it's card trivia. What was that card in the video? But yes, the dragonfly was one of them, but there was a second one. Adam. Ah, Kurt got it. Ah, Ginger, my memory. Adam, I'm shocked that you didn't get it. But Kurt, you're right. It was the rabbit. The rabbit and the dragonfly came out in that reading. You've got to. I mean, I don't know if you can. I mean, I'm assuming the comments are in the bottom of your screen, but you can see the table here, which typically my camera is horizontal when I'm recording versus the live feeds because of the way it pops up on my screen here. So you can see my table. You can see me sitting here shuffling. You can go back and rewind this once it gets uploaded to YouTube. I started to shuffle these cards. Want to guess what came out? The rabbit. And I shuffled these numerous times today. The dragonfly. And behind those two, the shark. What's underlying this deck this time is the bear and the bat. I'm not going to touch upon the bear. The bear, very simple, comes out of hibernation. That's, yes. You know, now that you say that, it never even occurred to me. The rabbit card and me trying to figure out who the hell or what the hell Roger Rabbit was in my mind because I could see it and I couldn't put a name to him. Oh my God, the things that come out in my readings, I just, yeah, Alice in Wonderland too. I mean, but I was shooting for Roger Rabbit with a tall girl. Was her name Jessica? I think actually in that, Jessica Rabbit is what I think it was now that I'm thinking about it. Yes. Jess, I'm screaming Jessica Rabbit. Nicole, do you hear us on that side, right? Can you hear us while watching it? Like, Nicole, just say it, right? Like I could just, like, I don't know. I feel it. I see it going. This is what it was. It was right there on the tip of my tongue. And the crazy thing is, my sister's name is Jessica. And you think I would have remembered that? Nah. Or Jessica's Roger's wife, right? Like that whole thing. Oh, I have no idea. But yeah, the fact that rabbit showed up in the read, that came up, like, you know, you guys are here with me. You know that it's all things are go. Like, who knows what's going to come out and what's going to come out of my mouth. It is what it is, right? Let's read this shark. I would say to you, to save time, go back and check out that video if you've not watched it. The rabbit and the dragonfly. There's a lot of very useful information that came in through that read. It was amazing. Ooh. Ooh, guys, ooh. Shark. You know, let's his jaws. You know, typically you think about an animal's jawline, right? You know, our teeth or gums, they're pinkish, right? Pinkish red, whatever. Ah, Shannon. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you caught a live. Oh my God. Adam, don't start the baby shark shit. Oh my God, that was awful. Ooh. Do you see this guy's jaws? They look red. They don't really look pink to me. That stands out pretty. It's pretty loud. It's small, but it's very loud in a very black and white picture, right? But it says directness, exposure, revealing true nature, and desire. And I talked about the desire for you all earlier. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending that nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When it's in balance, we are intriguing, captivating, and mysterious. When it's out of balance, we are sneaky and destructive. To bring it into balance is honesty. I kind of really want to ask, you think about the bear underlining that too, guys. That's coming out. Somebody could be coming out of the closet, right? Like, identifying themselves as this is how I choose to live my life. And it doesn't have to be in sexual preference either, or relationship preference. It could be in lots of things. When I said, it's like you going, I'm never going to get married again. And then you finally looking at your person and going, we've been together 10 years and I've fought this, what was that journey? I can't fight this feeling anymore, right? Like, I can't fight what I know to be a truth. And this does mean something to me. This is where I want to be. I do want to marry. I want to run off into the sunset with you, blah, 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 whatever. Deception is not just what we do to other people. It's also what we do to ourselves. Some of you are likely going through a phase of self-forgiveness for not speaking up sooner. If you're already speaking up and doing what feels right to you or for you, this could be a grieving process of forgiving yourself for not doing it sooner. But I will also tell you in that sometimes sooner wouldn't have worked, because all of the other pieces wouldn't have been in play for you to make it work. Depending on what it is that you're doing, the right time on that relationship, the right time on that job, the right time to, we'll say have kids, right? The right time to move, the right time to go somewhere to a new city to explore. But I also want to reel this back in as I say that out loud. Your idea of human right time versus what is divinely timed rightly is not the same. Ever. As I get kicked. It's never the same. Us humans think it all should be done yesterday. But the universe says, I have a plan for you and I need you to be a part of that journey. You don't need to get there tomorrow. You don't need to be there yesterday. There's a journey here for you to be a part of and let it unfold for you, because there's a lot to see and a lot to learn. And that's where you all are right now. Okay? Brent does move to Louisiana before you have your coffee in the morning. 13 Hot Peng, welcome to the channel. It's so nice to have you here. I'm glad you caught us live too. Absolutely, Jess. Absolutely. Adam, when you get cranky, it's because it's, as my grandmother would have said, it's like a bear with a sore ass. There's been something that's irritating you. It's been irritating you for a while for a reason. And we have to give attention to that and go, where does that come from? Am I suppressing, right? Am I holding back how I feel? If you are, it's time to, I don't know what you're trying to do, but Spirit just said shoot your shot, Adam. So whatever that means to you, take that leap of faith, man. You know, I always tell you that. Yeah. You know, Ruth, he's probably like my daughter. I'm surprised she's being quiet now. She had stuff to do. But, nobody wants to talk to you until you're doing something. And then everybody wants to chit-chat, right? That's the way it goes. Never fails. Yeah, it's a time of reality checks, Adam, for sure. All right, guys. This whole gal is tired. It's been a long day. I think I've responded to all the emails I've got. If you're interested in a personal reading, info is in the description box below. I put it there this time. I would love to hear from you. Openings available as we have a couple left. Channel members, do join us. I seen somebody joined in here earlier. I'm so glad that you did, and we love to have you there. Yes, 13. I will. I always once they do their thing on YouTube land, I then upload them to the channel and I release those. Adam, yes, stay out of trouble. But 13, I'm glad you made it though. How cool is that? I'm so cool. I'm so good. I'm glad with it. Oh my God, I'm so happy that you made it for that. Blech. Thank you to everybody of your charms and things that you sent this evening. So much appreciated. I can't fucking talk. So greatly appreciated. I hope that this live feed, it's always lovely to see all of you here, was beneficial and helpful to you. Ginger, thank you. Will Marie, I'm so glad you were here. I love it. Mwah. You're so welcome. So welcome, so welcome, so welcome. So yeah, again, personals are open, channel memberships are open, Discord is open, you'll get the notifications. Shatoya, have a wonderful night. Do check it out. Jess, thank you so much. Honey, again, you email me, okay? You email me. If I don't get back to you immediately, don't fret, I will. I've just responded to Monday's emails today because it's just been these last 2 days. I mean, it was eclipse energy. There we are. So delays. And, Scorpio Phoenix, you're so very welcome. I'm so glad you all were here. You know, you do have to learn to slow down. That's, some people get a little frustrated with me sometimes, and I'm like, you know what? Especially with the pregnancy, life has changed tremendously for me as far as like get up, go, do, and don't stop. Like, I don't have a choice anymore. So if I don't listen to my body, it's going to park me on my butt, and then nobody's going to see me for God knows how long. So we have to learn to slow down and do what we can when we can and go, this is where I stop for the day. So, oh, sweetheart, thank you so much again and again. Oh my goodness, thank you. Dawn, you're welcome. Shatoya, have a wonderful night. Hugs to you and the little one. Give her, I hope she's well. Dreminance, you're welcome. Ginger, mwah, love you. Thank you so much. Jess, Dreminance again, thank you so very much. Had to make it a even set of 3 3s. I love that. That's so cute. Yes, it's 3-3. Of course we did, right? Of course. Ruth, the heck with him. It will be up probably by tomorrow morning, so do go ahead and check it out. Janelle, hi, sweetheart. I'm glad you made it in this evening. Good night. Tanya, thank you again, too. You all have a wonderful night. Adam, thank you for being here and keeping eyes on things. I appreciate you, as always. Just love to all of you. Thank you all. I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.